Hey guys, it's Dark Souls here. Today I'm going to be talking about Halo Infinite again. Surprise, surprise. My last three videos actually have been very negative on Halo Infinite, and well, Halo Infinite does have a lot of problems with it, but I wanted to showcase some of the highlights of Halo Infinite, like the great parts of Halo Infinite, because they 343 got a lot right with Halo Infinite, and it's a good step in the right direction. It's not it's like almost like like a step forward and like three steps back sometimes with Halo Infinite, especially talking about the content wise. But Halo Infinite is a very good base right now. Well, when it came out, it's pretty much the same now. But yeah, 343 definitely did get a lot right. And one of the biggest things that they got right was the gameplay. Halo Infinite is just fun to play. It's not like Halo 5 had a very there it was very divided. It was like you either hated it or you loved it, you know. And I was on the side where I did not like it. I did not like how the movement was. I'm not like a Halo movement purist where it's like, "Oh, if there's sprint, it's terrible." I don't care about sprint and all that stuff. But what I do care about is the fact that it just felt I gave me a headache playing Halo 5. So I only had like maybe a few hours in the game. It just gave me a headache playing it. And yeah. And then Halo 4, I mean, Halo 4 is Halo 4. It was basically the multiplayer was just a COD ripoff. I wouldn't say COD a ripoff, but it was definitely not the greatest multiplayer in my opinion. It did have some good highlights in it, like the gameplay was still fun. Halo 5, I just didn't like the gameplay, but Halo Infinite got the gameplay right. It's a fine balance between the what the Halo 3 players, all the Halo 3 fanboys love. Like I'm a Halo 3 fanboy. Halo 3, I'll die on a cliff with Halo 3. Halo 3 is amazing. I love that game so much. But and it's also a nice mix between people who enjoyed Halo 5 because well, there's sprint, there's thrusters. Well, thrusters are a pickup now, and there's it's like a fine balance, and I really like the balance that they chose with it. And it's just fun. I mean, there are some balance issues, like the Commando should definitely not outperform the VR now, and I believe they're changing that in season 3, which is great to hear. I just hope that they don't make the Commando terrible again. I really hope they don't, because the Commando was actually like really terrible at launch, if I remember correctly, and now it's at a really good spot, but it's a little too good, if you know what I mean. But yeah, Halo Infinite just has great gameplay in my opinion. I've been replaying the campaign because I talked about the campaign and one of my problems with Halo Infinite, how it's not replayable. So I decided, you know what, I am gonna just force myself to replay it. And the gameplay is just fun. It's just fun shooting the grunts and shooting the elites. And the elites are kind of I play on legendary, which is like for enjoyment, it's not very enjoyable. Um, as much as I would enjoy it on normal, but I'm more of a person who goes for the hardest difficulties. Like I don't know what it is. I always go for the hardest difficulties, even though like I'm a fairly casual player. Except for when it comes to difficulty, I like to just throw myself down and go like, yes, legendary. And I've been in every Halo game on legendary, except for Halo CE for some reason. Um, I don't know. I just did not. Halo Infinite, the gameplay is great. It's so great. I also like what they did with the equipment. I know this is a very hot topic with the equipment sometimes. But some of the equipment is just useless. Drop wall, like it's completely useless. Like why would you like? Oh wow, an extra 2 shots from death. I just don't get that. It wasn't really great. I hope the shroud is cool. It looks pretty cool in the roadmap. But yeah, and then the rusters, they're good. If you're using like a sword, you can get closer to the enemy and lunge at them. That's pretty nice. That's a good use for that. And then you got the threat sensor, which honestly, like people always like say, "Oh, it's terrible." It has its uses. It definitely has its uses. It's not, it's not the grapple hook. The grapple hook is amazing. The grapple hook is so fun. It's fun and it's useful because you can literally skyjack and hijack vehicles just by using the grapple hook, and it's just amazing. It does make it a little bit Easy to hijack vehicles, that's for sure. There's definitely like wasps and stuff. Like, there's no point in using wasps anymore if the enemy team has grapple hooks. But yeah. And there's also the repulsor, which is really fun to use too, because like I love being able to push the enemy back, or even deflect rockets and stuff like that. That's cool. It's very like based on your reaction time though, because like you gotta react to that stuff, especially rockets. With the plasma, whatever, plasma pistol, it's a little easier to deflect it. But who runs the plasma pistol? I rarely see anybody run it, because there's way better ones like the shock rifle. Oh my god, I love the shock rifle. It's probably my favorite weapon in the game. I love the shock rifle. I don't know what it is, I just love it. It's probably because it's a little bit broken if you can hit your shots. Yeah. Then I'm pretty sure that's around about it when it comes to the equipment. I'm probably missing, like, I could talk about active camouflage and overshield, but they're kind of equipment, kinda. I wouldn't really consider that. I still consider them like the Halo 3, like they're like power-ups that you pick up because you pretty much instantly use them. I do like how they have it a little bit balanced though. So if you do just pick it up, people can see that you have it because it just glows. It glows so brightly on your character and it leaves a trail. So you're kind of at a disadvantage if you don't use it right away. But then you're putting yourself at a disadvantage if you use it right away because you lost time with it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that. For the equipment, I thought that is pretty cool. I wish that they would add more, and they are adding more in season 3. I'm glad for that. And the weapon sandbox is also something that I really enjoy the weapon sandbox. There is variety, but there is, it does get to a point where it's like, yeah, I've seen every gun. I really wish that they would start adding more variants, the variants from the campaign into multiplayer. If whether it be Fiesta or a special mode, I think that'd be pretty cool. Like, I mean, who doesn't want to use like that sword, the duelist sword, because it's like that thing makes you faster. It's really cool. Uh, I like what they're doing with the weapon. Like different weapons have their own different tiers. Almost, it's like you have the base commando, but then you have the extra commando that has less accuracy, but an extended magazine and some other stuff with it for longer ranges. Apparently, I don't know. I just saw the campaign description, and I like what they're doing. There's definitely needs to be a little bit more weapons. I would have to say, Weapon Sandbox is great at it for a game that first came out, but now that we're a year in, it's getting old. It is getting old, and then yeah, the maps also. I wouldn't say the maps are Halo 3 greatness. Like, they look amazing and they're all different and unique. Like with Halo Infinite, they're all like, oh yep, you're in a human civilization area. Wow, it's great. And then Forerunner, yeah. I wish that they would do more with in terms of like banished areas, instead of, like, I was about to say Covenant and I was like, oh, we're probably in the banished actually. I would love to see them in a lot more in banished territory and not a lot more in Forerunner slash human. I do get that we're on a Forerunner planet. We're on the Ring. And there's Forerunner structures everywhere. But I would love to see, like, what if they brought back, I can't remember the name. I can't believe I can't remember the name. I'll just say Heretic from Halo 3. They brought back Heretic. I'm pretty sure that's a map. if I know what I'm talking about. If they bring that back, but like have a banished vibe. You're on a banished ship this time. I actually think that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, and also another point is Forge. Forge is amazing in Halo Infinite. I did pop into Forge. I haven't played Forge since like Halo Reach, and one of the biggest problems that I have with it is the complexity, which isn't really a problem. It's hard to get into it sometimes because you gotta really, like, it's basically borderline just a game editor at this point, and that's really cool. I just don't want to spend the time it takes to learn it because I don't have any friends who play Halo. I don't have nobody who plays Halo that I know. So all I'm making it for is myself. So yeah, and also custom games browser is a great addition. So you can actually look for those games, like you want to play Infection. Come on, if you want to play Infection, God, 343. Why is Infection not in the game? You're adding VIP in season 3, which is, I love that. VIP is an amazing mode. I don't personally play it, but I know it's an amazing mode because I've played it. I have played it before. It's a great mode. It's a great idea. I just don't. I don't like to. I don't play those game modes often, I should say. Sometimes I do. Yeah, it just depends on the day, what I'm feeling. And yeah, Halo Infinite does have a lot of good things about it, and I'm definitely not covering all the things that are that I find good about because I'm kind of just recording this on the spot, and it's just basically talking to the camera. Even though I'm not talking to a camera, I'm talking technically to a black screen. But yeah, Halo Infinite does have problems, but it's a great game at its core, and I love I just love the movement. The movement feels smooth. It feels fluid, and I like that. I do the medal system actually is another point to make. I love the medal system. Like you get a medal for doing a 360 no scope. That's funny. That's great. That is something that Call of Duty would never do, but Halo would do, and it's just the most Halo thing ever. The ninja medal, oh my god! I remember, oh my god, I remember one time I was playing that. I don't remember map names in Halo Infinite. I should, but it was one of the maps where they have those two arches, both looking at each other, and usually the sniper or a skewer spawns there, and it's like an outlook area. And I remember going into there. It's like a little like one-way tunnel basically to there. And I went in there chasing an enemy. The enemy jumped up, went behind me, and ninja'd me. And I was just so like awestruck. And I was like, I really walked into that, didn't I? And it was great. I wish I recorded it. I tried to quick record it, but my NVIDIA thing wasn't set up, so and I was lost to time, I guess, which sucks, but it's whatever. Yeah, and that's pretty much all I have to say about what I like about the game. There definitely are more things that I like about the game. Oh yeah, I was replaying the campaign and I found out there's a lot more weapon lockers than I originally when I originally played it. I only found like a few of them, but now I'm finding them all over the place. And I mean, I'm unlocking cool things. It'd be cool if I unlocked like a helmet or something. It's just usually colors and skins, which I'm fine with. I mean, I get it. It's a free to play game, but on the campaign side, you do get that extra bit of customization. And it's a service where they're trying to make money. So that's why the shop exists, which I don't really agree with, but it's a shop. It's a staple in modern gaming. I get it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Halo Infinite is a great game at its core. It just needs a lot more. It's getting there. It's definitely getting there. It's basically a base right now, but it needs all the, the extra bits to it. And hopefully within, I would say this year, 2023, it will be finished, but I really doubt it. Yeah, people are moving on though, which kind of sucks because it's a great game if it just had more content. If it had more content, I would guarantee this game would be so much more successful because I personally really like it. Let me know actually how you interpret this information. How do you like Halo Infinite at its core? Do you think it's a great game just with a lack of content? I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow my channel just based off of making Halo Infinite, kind of a little Halo Infinite, just talking about Halo Infinite. Not just Halo Infinite, I'm going to be talking about other games as well. A subscription would definitely help out the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Bye now.